Hey dudes, Jake Gordon here. Welcome to another video on the channel. This is going to be 5 best steps to get started in dropshipping. If you're brand new in 2020 and you want to get started in dropshipping, you're going to want to stick around. These are the 5 best steps to get started. Number one, you're going to have to choose what kind of products you want to sell, right? So, you're going to go down the route of a general store, a niche store, even a one product store. I always suggest, if you're starting out, go for a general store. A lot of these big, names in the space are always saying, start with a niche store, start with a even one product store. If you're starting out with a one product store and you don't really know what works for you, it's going to be hard, in my opinion, to, if you choose the domain, you go down the whole one product store. For example, my store, well, the old store was called the Eggsy.com. If that doesn't work for you, you're going to get really discouraged because you wasted a lot of time, setting up the store, making it look all beautiful, setting up the landing page, and just a lot of time going into that rather than testing that product on a general store, making sure it works, and then knowing for a fact you can go into a one product store and absolutely kill it, because a one product store always gives you better conversion rates. But yeah, you're going to need to choose a store. So for example, we'll cut on the screen right now. I've got 3 examples of a general store. So here's one, for example, Simply Gadgets. You can see they're selling everything under the sun, right? Pages and pages of just general items. And by the way, all these stores work. Like I've done all these stores. I'm doing a brand new general store from scratch right now. I've ran niche stores, as you know, and obviously I've got one of my one product stores from a few months ago that I was running, and I've got that on the screen as well. So this is an example of a general store. So always start with this, in my opinion, but you can go to something like this. This was a smartwatch store. This isn't my one, my one was called. It's not running anymore, but this is an example of a smartwatch store. So this is a niche, right? It's in that they're only selling smartwatch kind of products. This one, for example, is a one product store. You can see how different this looks. I like to do mine on gen pages, for example. This is when it's created. So this is an example of me finding a product off a general store and then knowing that it's working and then taking it to something like this and then run it on this. And that gives me proof of concept. You don't want to start with something like this. It's too, like I said, eggsy.com. You're choosing that domain, just having one product. You can't, if this doesn't work for you, you can't come on and sell like a dog toy, right? You're just going to waste a lot of time if you're a beginner. So that would be step number 1. Step number 2 is, find products that are selling, and making sure you can source them, right? So, if you can't find products that aren't selling, and if you can't source them, if you can sell products, that's awesome. But if you can't source them, you're going to have a bunch of refunds, right? And you're just losing money because you wasted money to convert the dudes, and then you're not making any money. So for example here, you guys know I only do Google ads, right? For example here, I've sold a lot of this product right here. It's called the Watch Looks 2.0. And for example, I've found it on a store. They're selling it for $99, so it's about 75 GBP, and it's actually called the Q9, by the way. So if you want to try and sell this product, go ahead. I'm selling this product right now, and I've sold a bunch of it in the past. So you can get it here on eBay, for example, in the UK for £21. And if these dudes are selling it consistently, I was selling mine at about 55, nice profit still. These dudes are selling it for 75 and they're still making money on this because this is a very good store. And the profit margin is clearly there. So make sure you can source it, and also make sure you can source it in a good time. For example, this one, I'm in the UK. It is the 28th of August right now, so it's coming in about a week's time. So that's absolutely fine. We're not giving our customers 30 days, 40 days, 50 days, right? We're getting the product coming to the customer within a week, and we're making a nice margin on it. So step number 2 is find products that you can sell, but also you need to make sure you can source them. If you can't source them, you're fighting a losing battle because you're just going to have to refund it anyways. Step number 3 is going to be, what advertised platform are you going to use? For me, Google all the way, a little bit of Facebook remarketing on the side, but for me, Google works for me. So you need to find out what's going to work for you. I recommend just choosing one. If it was me, I would choose Google, but if you're going to choose Facebook, just master Facebook. If you're going to choose even TikTok, Snapchat, what else is there? Instagram. Choose one, master it, be the best at that, and then nobody can even touch you in the space. So in my opinion, nobody, there's people running Google ads, but nobody, I'm so good at it, I'm competing with the best of the best, right? I'm not doing Google, I'm not Snapchat, Instagram, I'm not being average at them all. I'd rather be good at one and then just, try and be the best at that rather than jumping about what a lot of people do, and what a lot of you guys probably do, is, you know, just choose one mask at a time. For example, I know a dude that's killing it in Snapchat ads, and he just does Snapchat. Another dude, like a lot of dudes, just do Facebook. They just focus on Facebook. Maybe they do a little bit of remarketing Google on the side, but that's super easy once you get it going. So step number 3 is, you know, choose a marketing platform that you're going to, you know, master, and just stick with that. Don't choose another one. Don't bounce around. Step number 4 is obviously you need to build a store. So in my opinion, use Shopify. You can use WooCommerce, you can use Wix, but Shopify, you know, it's the most easiest platform in my opinion. It's drag and drop, super easy to put the products in, put descriptions in, put images in, prices. Just choose Shopify. In my opinion, it's super cheap. It's 29 bucks a month. You can buy a domain directly from there. They've also got their own payment processor if you're in one of the supported countries, which most of you guys will be in USA, UK, Europe. So they've got everything. Like, you don't, like, they're good to go. Like, it's super simple. So in my opinion, you know, choose Shopify, and obviously build a store in one of your niches or niches that you're going to be doing, and combine them both together, and that step's good to go. Step number 5, the last step, is track your numbers. A lot of people just post revenue screenshots, talk about, oh yeah, I made 100 grand last month, but you know, how much was that net? Because, you know, sales doesn't mean anything. Like, I've seen people make 10 grand a month, but net they've actually like lost 500 bucks or something like that, right? So, you know, track your numbers. Nobody seems to be talking about tracking their numbers. For example, I'll give you a little show of what I'm doing right now. So this is the brand new store that I'm doing for the 100k challenge. If you don't already know, I'm doing a 100k challenge in 100 days. So this is it, just starting out. So you can see here, I'm tracking the ad spend. I'm even tracking impressions, clicks, CTR, and all that kind of stuff. Now this is a spreadsheet that does the maths for you, right? As soon as you put something in, you can see the formulas are up here. So it all gets calculated for you. This is the most important column here. This is the net. So you can see here, like I said, I've just started out. I don't expect to make this crazy right now. I'm going to start making most of the money in October, November. But you can see I'm up 79 bucks plus 80. So I'm up about 160 bucks, you know? And the only way I know that is because I'm tracking it. What people will say is, yeah, you know, I'm up 471 because that's a revenue, but they're not, because you've got the product cost, you've got the ad spend. Do you know what I mean? So nobody seems to be talking about the net, because I don't see anybody, you know, having spreadsheets like this. They just post, you know, screenshots and say, yeah, I made 100k last month, but never. So, you know, track your numbers. Make something like this. It's super easy to do on an Excel. Just make sure that, you know, the formulas work. Everything in gray, by the way, like, it's just automatic. You just punch in numbers and these come in automatically. So, you know, step number 5 is going to be track your numbers. That's it for this video. So it's just 5 steps to get started in dropshipping. The basic steps I think everybody should have like a fundamental on. And if you can master these basic steps, you're going to be so far from everybody else, and get into, you know, your goal of, you know, making e-com your full-time gig. If you liked the video, subscribe. If you want to leave a like. If you disliked it, let me know why you disliked it in the comment below, and I'll see you in the next one.